formation of a free schooling system was formed. Its intention was to fool and to keep the slaves dumb. Psychology is used here today. You see, we are not taught the proper way on living. We are kings of the planet, we left to right. We eat with our right hand and wipe our ass with our left. In our kings, we knew how we were. You can take the African from the jungle, but the Africans that have made it through the storm of America. You can take the Africans from the jungle, but we are Africans that have made it through the storms of America. We have helped establish one of the greatest kingdoms on the face of the planet, the kingdom of the Most High. We, now, you must learn the truth that I speak, the birthrights and the powers you are. You are given freely. That is the free. The free is inside of you. Creative thinking and the ability to produce and to construct. The present day learning system was always geared to keep us away from the truth. That's why they used to kill black people who knew how to read. And they will still try to kill people who try to teach. This system of English is based on left to right. Our system is based on right to left. So everything that is done to us is done to keep us ignorant of our true language and our true self. The killing of our children, creativity must be stopped. It is up to you, my sisters and brothers, to stop this long-term aftershock of slavery. It's time for you to get involved with the planning of the schooling district and the planning of the level of information that your child will partake. Do you realize that many of the inner-sized parents are worn out and tired because they have fallen victim to all they do in this land? Today it is up to everyone to establish and to erase the degrading culture and replace it with our great heritage. All the hateful tribes of the Europeans called Canaanites can be seen in the scriptures. These people have placed traps in this environment that you will have to unlock. I say unlock, but I should have said dismantle. Certain people today still try to keep a foolish society in place. We are the children of the Elohum's position of the face of the earth will not allow any unrighteousness to prevail on earth. Our lifestyles, and we have many, is geared to bring a positive coexistence in this space of time we call earth. For many years, living in the shores of America was a reality that no one wanted to speak of. Today, my sisters and brothers, friends and foes, we must speak and use our gift of the senses. The children, all being fed information that has took away the moral fibers of this land. The miseducation must stop. How? We must unite on one common goal. It is the children, and let them do so. We must learn that our children is another part of us, a duplication, the next version, the mating of two individuals that must be reproduced, must be looked at from a better position. What happened was the people who tried to fool the original man took place and placed false doctors into the light of the people's minds. As people fell into this phase of living called capitalism, which is really a forced labor and a way of upgrading slavery. Yes, we were still on the grade of slavery. We must have the race, we still have the race against race in a society. People wear fake faces and speak with a forked, lying tongue. Today is up to you, the children of the Elohim. This is by the children of the Elohim in every color and race. The angels have placed their righteous seed in all of you. Some will not understand. That's why I'm here. Who am I? I am the light that will shine in this confusion called darkness. I go by many names, but at this time, I am I-9, Gabriel 19. I-9, Gabriel 19, Escape Master Spark. I'm here to let you know that it is not morally right to get high. It is not normal to get high. And stop giving your children away, leaving them in the daycare because they really don't care. All they want is to get the money that the government gives to supply a place for them. It's time to get involved with the planning of your children before they are born. We will speak of that another time. You must wake up and look at the reality of your daily encounters. This present government and its agencies need to have an upkeep. For upkeep, we must start to learn what we can do to establish a better governing body of people who will look at the interests of the total population and not a small inner circle. You, the children of the Elohim, are now ready to implement a total plan for global peace. The 144,000 master teachers are now in place. Those are your true doctors, called high priests. They are the ones who will baffle the so-called minds of the learned, the professors, the doctors, the masters of all areas of this life's concern. We will not let the mistakes of a small people destroy the unity and the love that the Most High has put on the face of the earth. Those in government will be now looked on as either you are for the people, the total people, or you must get out and let someone do it that has their mind in the people and the people on their minds. No longer are we going to let you destroy the brains of the chosen. The wrath of the Most High has already come in the form of uncontrollable discomforts called diseases. Individual bodies and their duplicates are being affected each day. The life that many of you are wearing is a lie. Mostly, everything you do is wrong. You are going 180 degrees against the proper way of living. Fake people in government is the reason why we have so much resistance. This Constitution of the United States is a record of standards that can be adjusted to the likings of all. This is where the Elohum's work come in to modify and to place amendments to the Constitution. The body assimilates and takes care of the entire process while we are asleep. Cells are reproduced, toxins are flushed out of the body, food is further digested, and chemicals are replaced in different organs of the body and your cells. At this time, you are not in your body. First, I must go back and explain that you are not the body. You are a living soul that is in the body. You are supreme energy with a personality. You are put in the body, and the body is a vehicle so you can maintain yourself while you are on this planet, which is called Earth. But people, without the knowledge of the Most High, has taught you that you are a person. This is true. This is true, but they cannot and will not explain what a person is. They have given you a name to identify your being or your body, but you are not explain what this life is for and your true purpose of living your backwards lifestyle. You have regressed to a level of an animal. This animal that you are is called a mammal, a warm-blooded animal. But you shall rise and become the true person you are to be. The many stages and degrees of human living today is of a low concern. People in the past has always tried to imitate the greatness of our oversoul. That's why you see that many people today study the pyramids. The pyramids are examples of you. You are that three-dimensional structure with the information and your DNA and RNA that can be reached beyond and back. You are a solar system. Your body is made up of every event in the universe. You are the universe. Today's science, which is really mad witch doctors doing seances, mad enchantments and experiments to find out these secrets that are born to your birthright. Religions such as Messianic, Christianity, Islam, Krishna, Catholic, Hindu, were all taken from the many benefits we left for humanity. Their whole concept of religion was and still is to bring back the army of the Most High. Re means to bring back, and legion is an army. To fool you into thinking that they are the ruling class of the world. Our history, or our high history, called his story, because it is not theirs, but it's ours. Every book on our high story was stolen in our libraries that we made in the pyramids. Pyramids was broken into, and the information was reprinted and put on like it was theirs. The truth of the matter is that they can never be in tune with the heavens, but they were cast from the heavens to shun for the rest of their days. We are the high priests that can communicate with our higher power. The other part of we, evolution and change, has brought about a group of people who have imitated the old laws and customs of our great ancestors. We do not need it. We have another system that I will teach you shortly. We are not the same every day. We change with evolution. We add as we build, and we destroy as we build. It's time to leave the old, dirty mind of those Europeans who are afraid of themselves. The false information that was placed in your mind is not that strong. The subject that you try to master will be of no use to you in the near future. Just as we have introduced the latest technology, you have just come from learning how to grow food and to make toys of destruction. Now we are taking control of technology. All the physical things in this world is a small reflection of the heavens. For the planet, for this planet is a planet that is based on vibrations. The planet is the lowest and slowest planet in the universe. We have took our time, not your time, to deliver the best information that you will understand. Some of you say that we took a long time, but I'm here, the spark of hope and love. I have taken my time to ensure your children's safe passage into the next understanding that many call heaven. Let's look back at the public school. In those rooms was called classes. The meaning of classes is to make a terrible crash to be kicked off your rightful path. To class with another. To be dumb, founded, and stupid. In these class, we was given grades to go through a series of changes. It is where you get the word grad you are or gradual. Look at it closely. Grade you are or gradual. Gradual. If you go through a series of changes, look at it closely. Gradual. Grade you are, gradual. To forget who you are, to grade you are, to gradual, to set you up. S-E-T-S, set. T-E-S-T, test. To see what is set in your from the motherland of all in existence. To forget these important elements of your life, you was given subject. The word subject is a word that means to be placed under something. Go look it up in the dictionary. To be placed under or below. The definition of the word under is to be in a position below something. To a conditioning that is inferior, lower in authority, a degree lower than standard classes. A social rank or caste system, division of society into ranks or castes. Caste. Caste means rigid class, the distinction of birth or wealth operating system with a principle. So look at this. The same word principle is used as being the head or the brains of the system of learning. This system of learning has brain contaminated your brain as well as your children. The system of learning is a trap of the mind, body, and soul of the black race or tribe. These schools that is set up has its secret rules and guidelines for our children. Each of their laws is to tear down their creative will for the future of their children. These secrets are held by those who are in secret organizations. They hold meetings at least once a week. Yes, your life is just a calculation of many experiments from chemical warfare to psychological warfare. When anyone goes to jail, guess who gets paid? The judge, the cop, the secretary, the defense, the prosecution team, the correction officers, the builders of the jails, the probation officers, the nurse, the doctors in the facility, and the makers of the clothes, and the list goes on. Stop spending your, stop putting yourself in jail. Jail is a business that they will never shut down. Your job is to inform, teach, and to preach the good news of Christ. Many workers of the Most High will come to you. Use your health well. Never be weak. And test all of them every day, especially the women who are from the seed of the angels. Your powers are geared to keep earth in control. Those who think that they are ruling are only pretending. They will welcome you and your ability to handle all the calamity that will befall the earth. The supernatural effects will shortly come. Welcome them and learn your lessons well. Those who rob, steal, and do works of survival, you will be in their defense. You will have to have a program of safety for those who only rob to stay alive. Those who have plenty and rob are those who are not your friend. You are here to help those who are less fortunate. Spread love, truth, and use the high form of dignity that we have left for you. Never be fooled by emotions, feelings, and the sight of shapes, because shapes create illusions, and colors create moods. Mood brings a person into motion, either good or wrong. You are a spiritually qualified to take your position of governing the lives of the billions on earth. Open your heart and mind to the needs of all humanity. Protect your family and those connected with you. Hold your head up and look for the heavens to intervene in all your worries. All trips and traps that are planned by your enemy shall be of no avail. You must stand proud. Learn the love that is in your heart. As you think it, so shall be. You are the answers to the problems of this world. You have been trained to tackle and destroy all negative vibes in every form of evil. Your love goes out to all humanity. By staying close to our great heritage and culture, you will always be connected. As we build, we shall destroy, and as we destroy, we shall build. And your generation and those after, all instructions will be of no good use. For I have come to destroy all the plans of negativity. All powers and all kingdoms are for the glory of my Lord. We are the controllers of the so-called good in life, and all the disasters of the world. This small planet has no influence on the workings of our family. We command and we control at all times. We must never let fear and ignorance keep us from entering the next level. Those who are selfish, lazy, and materialistic will never enter this realm that I speak. Your money will be part of your strength. Use your money well. Never let gambling and women control your behavior. Woman is like a fruit on a tree. If the fruit is rotten, it is no use to you. You test your woman and keep them busy with righteous gains. You must do for yourself. Yourself being all that surrounds you, your family comes first, then your tribe. The days that you are in are looked upon as very sinful. Many things people do are not right in the sight of the Most High. You must learn what is right and what is protected for the path you have to travel and the path you have to defend. The many days of my absence from you, my child, was due to the necessary instructions of this life. You see, there have been no other on the planet with the ability to acquire such a vast amount of knowledge in such a short time. I know that 20 years is a lot of time for you, my siblings, but the world has been waiting for the answers to the problems that face them. Be not harsh on you for the many times that you have thought that you was cursing me. But you cannot either get mad at me or for me. You can only bring your mind's attention to the negative parts of life. Your thoughts from now on must be on the high morals and the productivity that you can do in your life. Because we are in a different body. Yes, I am you and you are me. Your body will bring forth the limitations of your being. Your mind is infinite and will always want to do more. Many of the trash that is spoken about is this false lifestyle. This false lifestyle is the trap of selfishness that leads to drugs. Yes, drugs are is a very silly game to play with. Sex and the improper knowledge of the anatomy of the body has put people in an unnatural way of dealing with each other and the opposite sex. Clothes and style is another way of losing control of your being. Idol worship is when your hopes and energy is placed on unreasonable theories. Sin today is looked upon as being normal. The truth in life is not mentioned due to the fact that one is afraid to die or to be killed. The true fact is that we are not on this planet for a long time. Our life is divided into three areas of living. You have 24-hour period on Earth, in which is the circumference of the planet. 24 is a very powerful number. It links up with the 24,000 miles of the circumference of the Earth. It also has other meanings that we'll get at a later time. There are 3/8 in the 24 hours. One of these eights is a must or mandatory to be in a state of please, which is the word sleep. P-L-E-S-S. S-L-E-E-P. It is time for the that will regulate and stimulate positive growth in America. Positive growth for all of the Most High's children and the Enocytes are in our care. Spiritual effects will start to take place to secure the righteous. That is our first battle, to sit down and review all inaccuracies of the writings, word in the Constitution, and the changing times is in this land. Weather, the word weather is we are the. The word weather is we are there. We at here. We at her. Look at it. The force that happens to this planet. We control the weather. We control all things that you see today. What you see today is the effects that has happened before or before your yesterday and tomorrow. Your great scholars and learned men say that tomorrow does not come, and today is the first and last day of your life. But tomorrow is the effects of today. What you have to trust me on this is that we are in this plane of space, but we are vibrating on two different levels. This vibration is what we refer to as time. Let's look at the word time. T-I-M-E. It says me, it says it, and it says W-E-W-I-E-T, which is wait. Time has many ways you can look at this word. The word it, the word tie, like tie or tie, necktie, or the word me, turn the M upside down, you have the word we. This is a very powerful word that cannot be answered by anyone but me. You are protected while you are on this planet Earth. The weather, time, and all the words that are used today play a great part in the mystery. This mystery is actually my story that I'm now revealing parts. This, my story, is the revelations that will be given to the children of the Most High, the ELOHUUM, the chosen of the Anak. It is time to start letting the devil's people in all races and tribes put their spell of ignorance on the mind of the children. It is time to start teaching love. It is time to start teaching respect in the form of behavior, morals, dignity, and pride. So let's take off the bad habits that are given to them by those who just did not know the proper procedure. Let's boost the hatred and return home to love. Let's keep a close eye on your children from the hours of 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Let someone in your family check up on your child. Send letters of concern and demand that your heritage and your greatness be read and taught in the school. From the truth of the matter is that the plans of destruction that they set up to destroy your mind is over. These words that I send to you are the first of the many writings that are sent your way. We will not be subjected to the immoral life that is now passed as normal. We will not let the fibers of this great nation be destroyed by the few who do not understand the power that we are here to. This country is based on freedom of speech, and with that, your job is to tear down all false realities, to observe and defend the laws of this great land, to change and rearrange what is proper and valued. We must face up to the face. We must face up to the fact that the foundation of the children have been in the hands of the school system. This is because of the forced labor and the many unattended children in homes today. A spell of laziness and hate has been put in the minds of the children by not giving them the love that each person on earth needs. Material greed from the masses of the media has formulated a pattern of crimes from killing to rape and robbing. This must stop. We must pattern our life, the life to be an example of supreme knowledge and respect. The way of old and the truth and righteous living must be added to the family and the schools in time for the weak-minded people in government. It's time for the weak-minded people in government and the religious body to realize that the truth is the light that will be born, that will burn out all evil in a person, in a state, a country, the whole planet Earth. Many of the wicked have survived on the lies of the righteous. As the wicked will no longer rule the innocent, no longer will the wicked invade small countries and rob them of their natural resources such as diamonds, gold, oil. These are some of the important facts that I bring into the world. We are the beacons of light that will shine in every heart in the world, giving hope and truth to all that are in need. We must train our children in areas of government as well as the private sector, judges, governors, doctors, high priests, and other professionals to close the gap that exists in this country called America. With time, it is time to realize your full potential to get up and to give your life back to yourself, your family, and your community. Our children as well as our women are our wealth. We can no longer afford to give away our children. Our children are special and must be brought through a learning process that will include their culture and high form of dignity or heritage. You are the children of the ELOHUUM. I am Sheikh ELOHUUM, the High Priest, I-9, Gabriel 19, Escape Master God. From now on, the weekend will be our strong end. We will have the day of gathering. We will have the Sabbath day of atonement and the remembrance. We will tune ourselves with the family and prepare each week properly. No longer are we to let those who are not special in our lives. You are the children of the Elohim, destined to rule the entire world. Let no man deceive you. To work together with the light, through the knowledge, and become one with the all. Run towards your daily efforts, and never forget to hold up the blood-stained banner of Christ. Sheikh Elohim, I-9, Gabriel 19, Escape Master 12. 4. Chicago, Illinois, Missouri, east to Alabama, Georgia, Florida, California, New Mexico, Minnesota, Detroit, Jersey, and that. You were welcome to the world of sparkology. Sparkology, sparkology. It took so damn long to get in. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Everybody waiting, what's going on? You're going to drop your CD, y'all. This is my CD. There's many more CDs after this, okay? They should all know music, okay? Let me tell you about music. Praise the Lord, this mentology, sparkology. Yeah. The word music is really two words. M-U, which means like, how you say, one who is sick. Okay, music is a healing force, basically. And the music, you have a band of music, or band, that play the music. This is what was said. But basically, the words was the music. See? The words, the vibrations. Like the word is moved.
W and the M is the same, just inverted, upside down. ORD, mood, mood, listen to mood, like Lord, mood, right? It's mood, right? With these words, we call it sound healing, sound, words, vibrations from your throat, to your ear, to the brain, that dissected, going back up to what they call a mental plane, right? Or bring it into words, or have it the words, like Coco, having a vast knowledge. Knowledge is to know, and to now, the K, king, now, and the ledge, or now. There's a difference between knowledge. So a lot of brothers have knowledge. I really appreciate the knowledge that you're giving and, putting out there. But it's a difference between knowledge and knowing. Knowledge is fixed. As I said, know and ledge is fixed. LEDG needs a ledge. It's just fixed knowledge. This is why they can take it and put it in school and teach it every year. Knowing is continuous, see, which is a vast of knowledge on the mental plane, which is a reservoir, which is giving from the, what you say, ether core. These words I'm going to go into too many terminology, but the ether cord is a cord like a umbilical cord, but it's unseen. You go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you know anything about mathematics, right, mathematics is +1, +2, +3, starting from 0. They never say 0. Then from 0 you go to -1, -2, -3, -4. And as you go into the minus, like the word MIN, like I said, min means from. It's like NEW, the W, and the M is the same. So MIN is the same thing as NIN, which is new. Right, so because you have vowels, the word vowel, BOWEL, is levels, right? LOVL, right? The W is really two. It's two V's, but the V in the W, or the V and the U is the same. There's a W, and they put the V. Right. So basically, what I'm telling you now is that this vast information that we're giving you now in proctology, right, was from a council of 3, and the 3 is 3 times 3, or really 3 unknown, 3 and 3, which unknown became known. Sometimes you'll see the unknown, or sometimes you'll see 3 times 3 is 9, right? Well, that's how my 9 right now. So basically, this is proctology, proctology. Yeah, very often you pronounce it. Now, in the world of proctology, you'll find the real meaning of the words that are used today. Proctology is the many ways that you will need to get your life right. It is the self-defense of the mind and the body of all African Americans, male, female, boy, and girl. The descendants of Africa, those who came from the Caribbean, those from South America, and blatantly people of all color. Proctology can even be applied to all the people of the planet Earth. There's a blessing and a sacrifice of the many for the few. The chosen few will enter the next generation with supreme knowledge. And this knowledge is from those who never forgot. Proctology is a continuation of leaders, dreams, and hopes. Of all the successful students, all the successful disciples, all the many leaders that we have had since our arrival to America. It's also an offset from the lessons of the ELOHUUM, or the children of the ELOHUUM. For I am Sheikh ELOHUUM, the faithful Gabriel. To the world, my name is Street Master Spark, I Gabriel 19. I have lived 3 of your lifetimes and experienced the horrors of your world. You can now release yourself from this world's horror. That this life you see, for the truth is like a light that goes on, but this light can never be turned on. The door that we open will never be shut by those who oppress you. As the writings of the walls and the pyramids speaks of the guide that will come to open wide your eyes. We are here. Who am I? Gabriel 19. So listen and learn the truth that you see but deny. To the brothers and sisters of the original black people, we are here. The United States of America. You may wonder why you are not given a fair chance in this country. You see, from your birth in the United States of America, you were born into a system of new slavery. Your minds have been walking around confused, or what they call the living dead or the zombie walkers. You are basically not aware of the truth of your full capabilities and potential. What happened about 400 years ago, your greatness was erased from your ancestral memory and replaced by strong physical pain and programs of shame. To maintain this procedure, which is called technology, this technology was used so you would not return to your greatness. For the memory of your greatness is subliminally seduced out of your mind. And your mind is put into areas of thought that keeps you fighting each other each and every day. All of this system of living or society continues to seduce you through your physical pleasures, your wants, and your desires of quickly greed. Many of our original black people today are walking around the United States oppressed and worried about the life they see. There are many who are praying for the hope that someone will come to give you your freedom. This hope that we call grace is here today. This grace is in the form of God's words. These words, sparkology, is the music for your soul to dance. What type of dance? This dance is called guidance. Guide dance. Not freaky dicky, hickey dicky, bleaky meaky leaky freaky leaky freaky bleaky deaky dance, but guidance. It is time again for all those who care to open your eyes and apply the many different ways of our new culture. We are new beings with a new way of life living in America. You see, when this country, America, took away your memory, it also took away your rulership and your responsibilities of protecting our black women. Now many original black women run to our enemy and oppressor and their destructive programs just to stay alive. Their witch doctors are all up in their vagina, look at the 3 Ds and subdue the most valuable part of our our original people's reproduction system. For they, our original women, are our wealth. The other part of the original black man. We are one. This country has spoiled many black women with the taste of their perishable luxuries. As many black women spend this precious time that we have to ensure safe passage for our children in traps that will keep the future of our souls further confused. For salvation and revolution is the truth towards the price we give for our lives, as they will see that everything that they have done will get old and rust away. These things are called material or earthly things. Their soul will not benefit from the lies that were taught in the school system. While many of our young brothers are frightened to press home to your favorite corner to drink away their worries and fears, from father to son, the disease of ignorance has spread in the hearts and minds of our brothers and sisters. As this disease has spread, it brings separation and hate. We must use the love that is in the soul to fight the battle that is each one of our minds. We must remember that our true wealth is our original black women, our children, and ourselves. Many, many have been led astray. Many think that knowledge of our salvation lies in the hands of those who brought us here, from Africa to the shores of America. That is not correct. You are the savior of your family. You are the king of your house. You are the queen of your house. You are the prince and princess of your family. It is the many institutions of learning that have been established to tear down the unity in your family and in our people as a tribe. These places are placed before you to program your mind with this unity. Too many of the living dead run to those who are professing to have answers to your soul. When you get sick, you run to the same people who made you sick. When you get in trouble, you run to the same people who put you on the maze in the city or the street and buildings overpopulated, eating out of cans, eating old food, and you get a lawyer, their voice, to talk to you, to their judge, who judge you. Chosen are those who apply the many benefits of reality. You must now become one of the chosen, always changing and leading a way for those who will one day wake up, just like this tape or the CD or this reading is for you today. There will always be contribution towards leaving a legacy of truth for our children. It's time to realize that we, as God's children, have God's authority to continue in His Son's work. The power of attraction. We have the power of light. We have the power of words, which is music to those who are living in death, those who are oppressed. That is the music, the guidance. That's what you dance to, the death dance. As we continue to help those in God's kingdom, remember these powers that is given by the Father and presented by the Holy Ghost are not only for you to use for your selfish or negative ways, brother, these powers that were given to you through the Holy Ghost are to be used for saving the children of God, for you to protect your sisters as well as the families that are in your circumference. It's time to read, study, and come back to your rightful place on this table, to activate your higher senses, to tune all that are in your surroundings to the next level of their existence. Many of our black original women are turned away from us as black men because of our non-support in our family structures. Many of them are not reflecting the light and are using the hard-earned money on foolishness in areas that add further traps to the life that you are trying to erase. The future will be there for us when you start to change your thoughts and begin to use these special spiritual powers to protect yourself, family, and your righteous cultural nature. By using psychology, you'll be able to get a grip on yourself. You see, the so-called knowledge that you have been given by your knowledge teachers at the public school was given to you as a plan to destroy your creativity. The lack of your proper place on the face of the earth keeps you running back to them for their advice. Their knowledge in their schools has been proven to help us more and has given us a sense of unity amongst our own. You see, psychology is the key to understand all the mysteries to the life you live in these days called time. Psychology is the knowledge that will wipe away all the years of lies and trickery that were placed in your mind 400 years ago. Self-knowledge is the proper procedure that was left by those who struggled all their life to find out the truth of your black original people. Many of our people are being led further into society's circle of doing. These procedures are highly classified in their government style as brainwashing techniques. Each grade of school helps to break the inborn spirit that makes you free from their traps. You and your loved ones are drifting in a society that you do not have any input or control. All your life you have been in their control. The school is designed to break you down and erase your drive. This leads you into the traps that you are following. Their leaders, their teachers, their politicians, and most important, their so-called religious men. As you fall victim to their plan of doom, you go right back to those that were assigned to keep you hurting more. Those such as your family doctor, the boss on your job, the lawyers, and all those who have trained you that they are in your control. What psychology is saying to you is that the present information that is called knowledge in this country, America, is fed to your child's mind is only about the confusion and lies to keep you from the truth. The form of confusion is backed up with a system of words that they created today. Confusion, calm, and fusion to bring to you and to make as one in your mind. Fusion of their calm, a fusion of the truth that lies in your soul. The institutions of money are lies and tricks. This can be seen in any of their tactics in the business world. Look at their commercials. Confusion of actions and morals in the world of business. Confusion in the advertising and fake commercials to make you want what they have. What this country serves is the father of all lies and deception. All the procedure that pertains to this so-called living is only for the taking of the rightful place on the planet Earth. You, my brothers and sisters, have been tricked out of your entire life. You have been born into one big legal con game. You are still a slave as the descendants were. This is the time you have to learn how to get out of this so-called complicated system of lies and deceit. They try not to leave you a clue about realizing their untruths. Of all the furry smiles by those you consider to be your co-workers, these people need are only to do things that are not beneficial for your future. You are trapped in a slow death. At this level of their plans of doom, you are being manipulated each day with a word called job. You are being robbed of your life. 8 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, until you drop dead. As you go on every minute of each day looking to live like those who put you here for the many plans of their new slavery system. It's time for you to open your eyes and see that you are living in a world of confusion and illusion. This confusion are just the first level of the spell that has been cast on our people since we were brought here on the slave ships. Your life has been calculated to live about 30 years if you are lucky and a good boy or a good girl. After 30 years, chances of living are very slim. The reality of style and fashion change into misery and fear. Fear no longer for the words of truth has come to your eyes. Become concerned about the real issues of this time we are living. Most of our original black brothers and sisters are either locked up in a prison system or the arms of it. Probation, parole, community service, work for welfare, and other programs to keep you dependent on a slave owner's wants and desires. Many others are stuck in a mental institution because they seen the light of truth and had no way of explaining what they saw. The same thing will happen to the next generation of people. Our children's life is practically given away by trick words that are created to fool our people. Words like Head Start, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade. And each grade of technology called school teaches you that you are nothing but equal to the lowest life that they share. Those who are in control of the information that is taught to your child will deem your child as institutional. The child will be controlled by their holidays, their sports, and their desires to live a low life, morals, and disrespect toward our true way of living. As our children are going through their schooling system with programs only set up to hold them captives in their prisons called schools. From the hour of 9 to 6, from 9 to 3, which is 6 or more hours a day. All this is to break down your mental ability and to instill an inferior complex. All programs in their school system are set up and approved by those leaders who are not of your skin color or spiritual level. As politicians sell our children off each year to a system that they know in their hearts will hurt us permanently in 12 years. We are looked on by those in control of the monetary system as new slaves, tricked, trapped, and fooled. So never forget, my brothers and sisters, that there are many black leaders who have been programmed to become overseers of this new slavery system. These black leaders for hire are only trying their best to give you their immediate family, food, clothing, and shelter. As they are brought and paid off by corporate giants that control the millions of dollars of contribution towards the elections of presidents, senators, mayors. The program of life in America is that you go from being an infant to a toddler, from a childhood, child, childhood, being free, teenage, ten is net, age is the word gay, or happy, to adult. Once you get to adult, then you start doing the customs of adultery. And then you're a senior citizen. You're supposed to go through the lifestyle not having the rightful knowledge of self. Which like sparkology, now I've given you proof of your captivity. With more patience, you were able to continue to see through the gains of America and most of its non-caring political and religious leaders. To start to learn and learn how to live your life with love that was passed down to us as original people from God the Father. Learn how to have good health, learn sparkology, Game Master Spark I9, Gabriel 19.